Hello my dear students, I am your new maths teacher. So from today onwards, I shall teach you mathematics. Okay, now we shall start a new chapter, and that is chapter number 7, and the name of the chapter is Introduction to Algebra. So before going to the details of the chapter, let us know what is algebra. So simply finding the value of the variables from an algebraic expression is called algebra, or finding unknown numbers from an algebraic expression is called algebra. Both are same. So now come to the point, what is algebraic expressions? Combinations of variables, constant and operators is called an algebraic expressions. Suppose if I take an example of algebraic expression, suppose 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3 is an algebraic expression. Here 3 is the constant whose values are fixed and are not changed, and x is the variable whose values are changed within the context of the mathematical problems, and 2 is the coefficient which is placed before the variable with a relation multiplication. So 2 is the coefficient x is the 2 is the coefficient and x is the variable. And 3 is the constant. And plus is the operator. So this is what is about the algebraic expressions. I said combinations of variables, operators, constant are called algebraic expression. So this is what is algebraic expressions. So now we shall talk about the chapter, that is, now we shall start our exercise 7a. So the first question is, write the length of this knife. You open your book, page number 140, exercise 7a, and see the first question. Number 1a, write the length of the knife. That means we have to find the total length of the knife. This knife has two measurements, that is 5 centimeter. One part is 5 centimeter and the second part is a centimeter. And the question is asked to find the total length of the knife. So generally we can write number 1 a, the length of the knife equals to 5 centimeter plus a centimeter. The length of the knife equals to 5 centimeter plus a centimeter. Now if we add them, then we will get the total length of the knife. So I can write 5 plus a and outside the bracket centimeter. So which is your answer? Now come to question number B. Write the length of the screw. As like question number A, B is saying the length of the screw are given x centimeter and y centimeter. Then you have to find the total length of the screw. So like question number 1, we will do it. Number B. The length of the screw, the length of the screw equals to, here given it is x centimeter plus y centimeter. You see the book, x centimeter plus y centimeter. So x centimeter plus y centimeter. So we can write x plus y centimeter. So this is the answer. X plus y centimeter. X plus y centimeter. This is your answer. Now come to question number C. Write the total cost of these fruits. Here in the question it is given the cost of 2 fruits and we have to find the total cost of the fruits. The cost of apple is x rupees and the cost of banana is 1 rupees. So we have to find the cost of the total fruits. So the cost of the total fruits will be x plus 1 rupee. So let us write number C. The cost of these fruits equals to x rupees plus 1 rupee. X rupees plus 1 rupee. Then we can add them x plus 1 rupee. That is your answer. So now come to question number D. The question is write the total cost of these articles. The question is given, we have to find the total cost of this article. There are 2 articles. One is a hand watch and another is a camera, a digital camera. We have to find the total cost of these articles. So as like number C, this is also same. So let us do. The total cost of these articles equals to the cost of the total cost of these articles equals to rupees X plus rupees Y. Then if we add them, then we will get rupees X plus Y. X plus Y. Rupees X plus Y. That is your answer of question number D. Now come to question number 2. So question number 2A, write the length of the handle. You have to find the length of the handle. So it is an electrical instrument and the total length of the electrical instrument is given P centimeter and the length of metallic part is given Q centimeter. So if you subtract the total length, if you subtract the metallic part from the total length, then we will get the handle part. So let us write. Then you will understand. The length of the handle, the length of the handle equals to P centimeter minus Q centimeter equals to P minus Q centimeter. P minus Q centimeter. That means if we subtract the measurement of the metallic part from the total part, then we will get the handle part. Then we will get the measurement of the handle. Now come to question number B. Write the length of the barrel. Then you can see the picture. It's a gun and we have to find the length of the barrel. That is, we have to find the length of the back portion of the gun, which is called stock. So as like number 2A, it is also same. If we subtract the length of the stock from the total length of the gun, then we will get the length of the barrel. So let us write. Just before that, I have done a sum, and this is question number 2A. I have not written, you just write question number 2A. It is the answer of question number 2A. Now we shall do question number 2B. Question number 2B. So the length of the barrel will be the length of the barrel, BARREL, equals to M centimeter minus N centimeter. It is written in your book. So I can write M minus N centimeter. So this is the answer of question number B, 2B, M minus N centimeter. Now we shall come to question number 3, and the question is, write the total length of these 4 screws. Then we have to find the total length of the 4 screws, and the length of the 4 screws are given T centimeter, T centimeter, T centimeter and T centimeter. That is, all are same. The measurement of each screws are same. Then if we add them, then we will get the total length of the 4 screws. So let us write three A. The length of these 4 screws equals to T centimeter plus T centimeter plus T centimeter plus T centimeter. T centimeter. As I said earlier, if I add T centimeter, then we will get the total length of these 4 screws. So if I add 4 T's, then it will come 4 T, T plus T plus T plus T, 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will come 4 T. Then after that 4 T centimeter. So that is your answer of question number 3A. Now we shall come to question number B. Write the total length of these nibs. So as like earlier, it is also same. If we add the measurement of the 2 nibs, then we will get the total length. And the measurement of the each nib is given D centimeter. So let us write. The total length of these nibs equals to D centimeter. D centimeter plus D centimeter equals to, so the total length of this nibs equals to D centimeter plus D centimeter. I said earlier that if I add the measurement of the 2 nibs, then we will get the total length. So I added D centimeter plus D centimeter. Then if I add, then I will get 2D, because here is 1D and there is another D. So if I add, then I will get 2D and centimeter. This is the unit of the length. So now come to question number 4A. Write the cost of the each toffee. We have to find the cost of the each toffee. The total cost of the 4 toffee is given X paise. Then we have to find the cost of each toffee. Then if we divide the total cost by the number of the toffees, then we will get the cost of each toffee. So let us write. Question number 4A. The cost of each toffee, the cost of each toffee equals to, if we divide the total cost, that is x by the total number of the toffees. Here are 4 toffees, and if we divide by the total number of the toffees, then we will get the answer. So this is the answer. This is the total cost of the 4 toffees, and if we divide by the numbers, then we will get. So this is the required answer. Now come to question number B. It is as like, what to say, question number 4A. Now we have to find what is the length of each equal part. What is the length of each equal part? You see, given in the question, there is a length and the measurement of this total length is b centimeter, and there are 3 equal parts. The question is asked, we have to find the measurement of the each equal part. So as like question number A, if we divide by the 3 equal parts, then we will get the measurement of the each equal part. So let us write the length of each equal part equals to the length of each equal part equals to b by 3. If you divide the total length by the each equal part, that is there are 3 equal parts, so if we divide by 3, then we will get the length of each equal part. So that is your answer. Now come to question number 5. Write each verbal expression. It is question number 4B. So now come to question number 5. Write each verbal expression as an algebraic expression. So the question is given, we have to find the algebraic expression. So here are some verbal expression we should know first. What is the meaning of this verbal expression? What the verbal expression means? So if we get the words like sum, added, increased by, plus, then we will write addition. We will use the operator plus. So if we get the word like added, like added or add, increased by, increased add or added, increased by, plus, then more than, then we shall use the word plus. We should use the how to say operator plus, not word operator, plus symbol we should use. Another also you can write sum of. If we get sum of also, then also we should use the operator plus. And also you can see in your textbook page number 139, you open your textbook page number 139 and see operation, then variable expressions are given. You just go through these books and learn these things, then it will be very much easy for you to solve question number 5, 6 and 7. So for minus you see subtracted, difference, decreased, less, less than, take away. Such type of words if you get, then you just do subtraction. For multiplication, times will be given. Like you see 5 times of n, that means 12, 5 into n. Product of 5 and n, then we should write 5 into n multiplied by group of n, like this. If you get anything like 4 divided by y, then that means we should divide 4 by y, like that. So you just follow page number 139, then you will get all the barbell expression. So now let us come to question number 5. Write each barbell expression as an algebraic expression. So the question number 1 is 3 more than t. As we know earlier, if we get the word more than, then we should use the operator plus. Then it will become 3 plus t. So the answer of the first question will be 3 plus t. Now come to question number 2. C less d. Then if you get the word less, then we should use subtraction. Then number 2 will be C minus d. Come to number 3. It will become y increased by 6. If it is increased by, then we should use what? Plus. Then we can write y plus 6. Y plus 6. Now come to question number 4. M decreased by 8. If decreased, then we should use subtraction. So for question number 4, m minus 8 will be the answer. Now come to question number 5. 5 times of x. If we get the word times, then we should use what? Multiplication. Into. Then it will become like 5 times of x. That means 5 into x. We can write 5x. Now come to question number 6. 1/2 of x. Of also means that multiplication. So 1/2. Now come to question number 6. 1/2. That means simply you can write 1/2 of what? Of x. That means into x. Simply you can write half x, or you can write x by 2. How? Because x into 1 means x, 2 into 1 means 2. Anything we can write. Now come to question number 7. The sum of a and b. I said if you get the word sum of, then we should use the operator plus. So in case of question number 7, we should use a plus b, because the question is given the sum of a and b, then we should write a plus b. That is your answer. Number 7. A plus b is the answer. Now come to question number 8. The product of 3 and q. If you get the word product, then also we should use what? Multiplication. Then the product of 3 and q, then it will become the product of 3 and q, that means multiplication. 3 and q, the product of 3 and q, that means we should use the operator plus. Then 3 into q means 3q. Now come to question number 9. The quotient of y and 10. If you find the quotient, then you use the operator division. Now we can write y divided by 10. Number 9 will be y divided by 10. Now come to question number 10. 2 less than m. If you find the word less than, then also we should use what? subtraction. But here in the question it is given 2 less than m. That means we should subtract 2 from n. So question number 10 will be m minus 2. That is your required answer. Now come to question number 6. These questions are same. So you see question number 1, express verbal expression as an algebraic expression. So question number 1 is 5 more than 3 times p. From the question also you can see 5 more than means plus, and 3 times p, times means multiplication. So we can write 5 plus 3 into p as like. So let us write. So question number 1, 6, 1, 5 more than, that means 5 more than means plus, 3 times of p, 3 times of p, that means we should use the word, we should use the operator symbol, operator multiplication. That means 5 more than means plus, and 3 times of p, 3 times of p, times of means into. So if I write, then it will become 5, 3 into p means 3p, which is your answer. Now come to question number 2, 1 less than 6 times n. 1 less than means minus, 6 times means into, means multiplication. So the answer will be 1 minus 6 into n. So let us write. Number 2 will be 1 minus 6 times n. 1 minus 6 times n. So 1 minus 6n. So it is your answer of question number 2. Now come to question number 3. 4 times the sum of y and 7. 4 times the sum of y and 7. 4 times, that means 4 into the sum of y and 7. That means the sum of y and 7. Sum of means plus. So it is your required answer. So if we now come to question number 4, here it is given 5 times the quantity n minus 3. 5 times the quantity n. That means we should multiply 5 with n. Then we should subtract minus 3. That means 5 times the quantity n minus 3. So it will become like that. Question number 4. 5 times the quantity n. 5 times the quantity n. 5 times the quantity n. Minus 3. So minus means to always subtraction. So 5 into n means 5n minus 3, which is your answer. Now come to question number 5. 25 decreased by 4 times e. 25 decreased by 4 times e. 25 decreased by 4 times e. Question number 5. Question number 5. 25 decreased by 4 times e. 25 decreased means minus by 4 times e. Times means into. 4 times e. Then we can write 25 minus 4e, which is your answer. Now come to question number 6. The question is given, take away the product of 15 and t from 60. That means take away means minus. If you find the word take away, then we will use the operator minus, subtraction. And product of 15 and t means multiplication. So we should take the product of 15 and t from 60. That means from 60, the product of 15 and 2 will be subtracted from 60. So the question is asked, from 60 we should take away the product of 15 and t. That means the product of 15 and t means 15 into t. So we can write 60 minus 15t. So that is your answer. Now come to question number 7. B decreased by 1/2 c. B decreased by 1/2 c. Now come to question number 7. B 16 by 1/2. B decreased by 1/2 c. That means B decreased means minus 1/2 of c. That means multiplication. So that is your answer. Now come to question number 8. 15 more than the quotient of d and 5. 15 more than the quotient of d and 5. That means we should 15 more than means the plus, and quotient of d and 5 means what? Division. So it is given the 15 more than quotient of d and 5. That means we should write quotient of d and 5. That means d by 5. It is more than 15. Now come to question number 7. And it is also same. Express the answer of the following as an algebraic expression. This is also we should convert it into expression. The question is given about the verbal expression. We should convert it into the algebraic expression. You see, the first question is given. Raja is 10 years older than Ravi. That means the first part says that Raja's age has been compared to Ravi. Now if Ravi's age is X years, what is Raja's age? Now the age of Ravi has been given, that is X years. Then we have to find the age of Rajas. So since Raja is 10 years older, so if you get the word older, then you should add, and if you get the word younger, then you use the operator minus. So in case of this, since it is older to Ravi, so we should use plus operator. That means the age of Raja will be x plus 10. So let us write. Number 7. Number 7, it is given. Age of Ravi equals to x years. Therefore, not therefore, since Raja is 10 years older than Ravi, therefore Raja's age equals to x plus 10 years. That is your answer. So now come to question number 2. A ball and a kite cost 65. rupees 65. That means the total cost of ball and kite is 65. If the ball cost rupees B, what is the cost of the kite? So it is very simple. The total cost of both are given, and from here the cost of ball also is given, that is B. Now we have to find the cost of kite. So if you subtract the cost of ball from the total cost, then we will find the cost of kite. So let us write. Given the total cost of kite and ball equals to rupees 65, and cost of ball equals to rupees B. Therefore, the cost of kite equals to rupees 65 minus rupees B. We will get rupees 65 minus B. That is your answer. So have you understood? Now come to question number 3. Each boy eats 5 toffees. How many toffees do n boy eat? That means each boy, that means we can say simply one boy eat 5 toffee. Simply if we say, if I eat 5 toffee, then if my friends eat, if my friends eat another toffee, then we can say that we both together we eat 5 into 10 toffees. So likewise we can say, if each boy eat 5 toffees, then n boy will eat 5 into n toffees. So let us write. Given each boy eat equals to 5 toffee. 5 toffees. Therefore, n boy will eat equals to 5 into n toffee. That is 5n toffee. That is your answer of question number 7.3. Now come to question number 7 Roman 4. How many weeks are there in D days? That means some days are given. Here we should find the number of weeks. How many weeks are there in D days? So we have to find the number of weeks for the D days. So generally we know in 1 week there are 7 days. So if we divide by 7, then we will get the number of weeks. So here the number of days is given D. So let us write. We know 1 week equals to 7 days. 7 days. Therefore, numbers of week in D days equals to D by 7. That is your answer. D by 7 weeks. Now come to question number 5. The question is given. Sandy scores 8 marks in long answer type questions. That means for long answer type question he got 8 marks. For short answer questions 2 marks are given for each correct answers. That means for short answers that is 2 marks is given for each correct answer. So he wrote X short answers. What is Sandy's total score if she answers X short answer questions correctly? So Sandy scores 8 marks in long answer. So let us write. Sandy scores in long answer. Sandy scores in long answer questions equals to 8 marks. That is given in the question. 8 marks. And for each correct answer, for each short correct answer, the mark is given 2. Now Sandy scores X short answers. So the question is asked, what is the total mark scored by Sandy? So now if we add both the long answer and short answer marks, then we will get the total score. Therefore Sandy scores in short answer questions equals to 2 into X. 2 is the mark for each short answer and he wrote X short answer. So 2 is the mark. So for that reason we have multiplied 2. So it will become twice X marks. Now if we add both the long answer mark and short answer mark, then we will get the total score of the Sandy. Therefore, let me write in the upper portion U. After that you come to this step. Therefore, the total score of Sandy the equals to twice x plus 8 marks. That is your answer of question number 5. Now come to question number 10, that is high order thinking skills. A man has 350 watches. That means a man has 350 watches. He sells W watches every day. That means from 350 watches, he sells W watches every day. Numbers are not given. In place of numbers, he has just written W watches every day. Write an algebraic expression to show the numbers of watches he would be left within after T weeks. That means after T weeks, how many watches will be left with him? We have to find. And we have to write an expression. After that, we have to find. Now you see, given a man has 350 watches, right? Question number 10. High order thinking skills. Number 10, it is given a man has 350 watches. Yes, watches. Now he sells W watches in every day. Now we can write since he sells W watches every day, then you have to find that in every day he sells W watches, and we know in 1 week there are 7 days. Then if he sells W watches every day, then we can write since he sells W watches every day, then I can write one thing you do, you just cancel this one. I will do in another way. At given number 10, given the numbers of watches equals to 350. Therefore, in 1 week, that means in 7 days. You can write in 7 days. In 1 week, he sells equals to 7 into W, because he sells W watches every day. So for 1 week he will sell 7 into W, that is 7W. In 1 week he will sell 7. Why? Because in a week there are 7 days. Now we have to find for how much he will sell for 2 weeks. So therefore you write N here. In 2 weeks he will sell equals to 7 into W into T, that is 7 WT. And the last part of the question is said, show the number of watches he would be left with after T weeks. That means if we subtract the number of watches from the total number, then we will get the watches left. Therefore the watches left equals to 350 minus 7 WT. That is your required answer. So this is the ending of exercise 7A. Now we shall start exercise 7B. The first question is given. Evaluate the expression for each value of n given in the following table. So here expression is given and the value of n is given. One is 2, another is 3, another is 0, and last one is 1. So for different value of n, we should find the value of the expression. So let us do question number 1. When it is given, the expression is n plus 3. Now I have to find the value of this expression for the value of n equals to 2. So write if n equals to 2, then n plus 3 equals to, in place of n we should write 2 plus 3. So plus 3 it is given in the expression, we should write plus 3, and in place of n just we should we will replace 2 because the value of n is given 2. Now the answer is 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Now for n equals to 3. For n equals to 3, we should find the value of the expression for n equals to 3. N equals to 3. Then n plus 3 equals to 3 plus 3. In place of n, I have just written 3. Then 3 plus 3 equals to 6. Now come to if n equals to 0. Now we have to find the value of the expression for n equals to 0. So if we put n equals to 0, then I can find. Then for n it is 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3 means 3. These are very simple. You can do at your home. Now for n equals to 1. That means in place of n I should write what? 1. That means if I write 1, then it will become 1 plus 3 equals to 4. So this is what about the question number 1 of exercise 7B. Now come to question number 2. You write like this. The given expression is n 2n, then you have to find the value. So if n equals to 2, 3, 0, 1. So first we will find the value for n equals to 2. So for n equals to, if n equals to 2, then 2n equals to 2 into 2 equals to 4. So the first answer is 4. Now you write in the next portion, again you write if, after 4 you write again if n equals to 3. If n equals to 3, then if n equals to 3, then we should find the value of the expression. That means 2 into, in place of n I can write 3. That means 3 2s are 6. So it is the second answer. Now come to the value for. Then you write after 6 again you write if n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, that means again you should write if n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, then 2n equals to 2 into 0. That means 2 into 0 means 0. That is your answer. Now for n equals to 1. So after 0 you write again if n equals to 1. I am not writing after 0, just you repeat this one. If n equals to 1, like this you write. So if n equals to 1, then 2n equals to, then 2n equals to 2 into 1. That means 2 into 1 means 2. Now come to question number 3. 3n plus 2. The expression is given 3n plus 2. plus 2. Number 3. Given the expression 3n plus 2. 3n plus 2. So if n equals to, first word, if n equals to 2. If n equals to 2, then 3n plus 2 will be 3. In place of 3, in place of n I can write 3. So you remember one thing, when you will here it will be 2, because the value of n equals to 2. You remember one thing, when you will put the value of n, at that time you should write the relation. That means 3n, that means 3 and n are with relation multiplication. So at the time of putting value, we should write the operator. So 3 into 2. In place of n, I can write 2 plus 2. That means 3 into 2 means 6. 6 plus 2 means 8. If I add, then the first answer is 8. 6 plus 2 equals to 8. Now come to question number. Now for if n equals to 3. Now you have to find if n equals to 3. If n equals to 3, then 3n plus 2 equals to 3 into 3 plus 2. In place of n I have written 3. Then 3 3s are 9 plus 2 equals to 11. Now come if n equals to 0. Now come if n equals to if n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, then 3n plus 2 equals to 3 into 0 plus 2, and 3 into 0 means 0 plus 2, and then 0 plus 2 equals to 2. Now if n equals to 1, if n equals to 1, then 3n plus 2 equals to 3 into 1 plus 2. That means 3 into 1 means 3 plus 2 means 5. Now come to question number 4. Now come to question number 4. The expression given, the expression is n square. Do you know the meaning of n square? N square means n into n. That means n is multiplied 2 times. So you can write n square. N square. So if n equals to, first time if n equals to 2, then if n equals to 2, then n square equals to n into n. That means 2 into 2 equals to 4. 2 into 2 equals to 4. Now for if n equals to 3, now if n equals to 3, then n square equals to n into n. That means 3 into 3 equals to 9. Now come if n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, then n square equals to n into n. That means 0 into 0 again 0. Now come to question. Now come for the value of n equals to 1. That means in place of n I should put the value 1. Now if n equals to 1, then n square equals to n into n. That means 1 into 1 equals to 1. So this is the answer of question number 4. Now come to question number 5. Question number 1 of Roman 5. The expression is given 10n minus 3. 10n minus 3. Question number 1, Roman 5. Roman 5. Given the expression is 10n minus 3. 10n minus 3. Now for if, as like earlier we should do, if n equals to 2, then 10n minus 3 equals to what? 10 or in place of n I can write 2, then minus 3. 10 into 2 means 20. 20 minus 3 means 17. Now come for the value of n equals to 3. Now come for the value of n equals to 3. If n equals to 3, then 10n minus 3 will be 10 into 3 minus 3. 3 tens are 30 minus 3 equals to 27. That is the answer for the value of n equals to 3. Now for the value of n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, then 10n minus 3 equals to 10 into, in place of n I can write 0 minus 3. Then 10 into 0 means 0. 0 minus 3 means minus 3. So that is your answer for n equals to 0. Now we should do for n equals to 1. Now we will do for n equals to 1. For n equals to, if n equals to 1, then 10n minus 3 equals to 10 into 1 minus 3. That means 10 into 1 means 10 minus 3, that means 7. Now come to question number Roman 6. Now come to Roman 6. Given the expression is 3n by 4. You write given the expression is 3n by 4. Then after given the expression is 3 by 4 into n. So if n equals to 2, first time we should find the value for n equals to 2, then 3 by 4 n equals to 3 by 4 into n. This n is with a relation multiplication with 3 by 4. So in place of putting the value of n, we should at the time of writing the value of n, we should write multiplication. So if n equals to 2, then we should write here 2. Now we can cancel 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So the answer is 3 by 2. Now write if n equals to 3, if n equals to 3, then 3 by 4 n equals to 3 by 4 into 3. That means 3 3s are 9. Answer is 9 by 4. And if we convert it into mixed fraction, then we will get like this: 4 twos are 8. We'll get 1. Then you can write 4 like that. Now come if n equals to 0. So let me write if n equals to 0, then 3 by 4 n equals to 3 by 4 into 0. That means if I multiply anything with 0, then we'll get again 0. Now come if n equals to 1. So after 0, you write again if n equals to 1. I am just writing here, but you write fully. If n equals to 1, then 3 by 4 n equals to 3 by 4 into 1. So if you multiply anything by 1, then the same number is coming. So if I multiply, then 3 1s are 3, 4 1s are 4, then answer is 3 by 4. Now come to question number 7. Now come to question number 7. Given the expression is given the expression is 100 n square minus 19. 100 n square minus 19. So if n equals to 2, then if n equals to 2, then we should find the value for 100 n square minus 19. Then you can put the value of n in place of n square. That means we can write 100 into n square. That means the value of n is 2. And n square means we should multiply the same number again. That means we can write again 2 minus 19. So I can write 2 into 2 means 4. 4 into 100 means 400. 400 minus 19. Then if you subtract 400 minus 19, then you will get 400 minus 19. That means if you take here 1, then 10 minus 9 equals to 1. Here remain 9. 9 minus 1 equals to 8, and here remain 3. I have taken 1. So 381. Now we should find if n equals to 3. Now we should find if n equals to 3. If n equals to 3, then 100 n square minus 19 will get 100 into 3 minus 19. That means 100 into 9 minus 19. That means 900 minus 19. If we subtract, then you will get the answer. 10 minus 9 equals to 1. Here remain what? 9 minus 1 equals to 8, and here remain what? 8. So 881. So the answer is 881. Now for the if n equals to 0. So if n equals to 0, you just write after that if n equals to 0. I am writing directly, you write the full sentence. If n equals to 0. If n equals to 0, then 100 n square minus 19 will be 100 into 0 minus 19. That means 100 into 0 means again 0 minus 19, and 0 into 100 means again 0 minus 19. So the answer is 19. So the answer is minus 19. Now we come for the value of n equals to 1. So you just put the value of n equals to 1. then 100 n square minus 19 equals to, in place of n square I can write 1 into 1 minus 19. Again 1 into 1 means 1, 1 into 1 means 1, and 1 into 100 means 100. 100 minus 19. So 100 minus 19, if we subtract, then we will get 10 minus 9 equals to 1, and 9 minus, here 9 minus 1 equals to 8, and here to 0. So 81 is the answer. Now come to question number 2. Now come to question number 2. It is also same as question number 1. Here it is given, if a equals to 5, b equals to 6, and c equals to 10, find the value of 3c by a. Then you have to find the value of this term. So write given a equals to 5, comma b equals to 6, and c equals to what? C equals to 10. Therefore 3c by d equals to, we should just put the value of c. 3c, that means 3 into c, that means we should put the value of c, then 3 into 10, and 3c by a. So the question is 3c by a. Just I have written wrong, you just correct it. The first question is 3c by a. So in place of a we can write 5. So the answer will be like that. 3 into 10 means 30 by 5. Now if you cancel, then we will get answer what? 5 6 are 30. Now come to question number 2. It is question number 1. Now come to question number 2. AB by 3. AB by C. AB by C. So in place of AB by C, we can write, in place of AB by C, we can write the value of A. It is 5 into the value of B equals to 6, and for C equals to again 5. Or C equals to 10. Sorry, C equals to 10. C equals to 10. Now if we multiply 5 into 6, then we will get 30 by 10. Then if we cancel, then we will get what? 3 10s are 30. Then the answer will be 3. If we cut, then we will get 3. Now come to question number 3. A plus B divided by C minus D. A plus B divided by C minus D. Question number 3 is A plus B divided by C minus D. So for A we can write 5, for B we can write 6, divided by, for C we can write 10, and for C minus what? C minus A. Again I am writing C minus A, and for A we can write 5. So we correct here C minus A. Question number 3 is A plus B divided by C minus A. So 5 plus 6 equals to 11, and 10 minus 5 equals to 6. So it is your answer as question number 3. 10 minus 5 equals to 5. Sorry, 5. 10 minus 5 equals to 5. So the answer is 11 by 5. Now come to question number 4. 6c minus 2ab. 6c minus 2ab. So for this we can write 6c. 6 into value of c equals to 10 minus 2 into value of a equals to 6c, that means in place of 6 in place of c I have written 10, and 6 in 6c means, that means 6 into 10 minus 2 into, in place of a I can write 5, and in place of b I can write 6. Now if I multiply, then I will get the answer. So 6 into 10 means 60, minus 2 into 5 means what? 10. 2 into 5 means 10 into 6. Then again you can write 10 into 6 means 60. So 60 minus 60 equals to what? 0. So today up to this. Now if you have any doubt regarding the problems, you can call me at night from 8 to 10 p.m. and the rest of the 2 questions I will do in the next class. Thank you very much.